Well, looky here. What is this upload about? If you're an older subscriber, then you already know what this Quickweave is about. But if you're a newer subscriber, this is a re-upload of my half-shaved Quickweave for Undercuts. It got deleted a while ago due to a YouTube copyright claim because they wouldn't let me be great and let me use the music I wanted to use. So I had to take it down and I couldn't re-upload it, so I had to film it again. So here it is, darling. Hope you guys enjoy. So jumping right into the tutorial, if you have not seen my video on how to prep your hair for quick weaves, click the link down below. I'll leave a link so you can see how I got my hair to that point. What I have in my hair right now, I have a bonded solution on that creates a barrier between my hair and the glue. So it looks like my hair is out, but it's really not. It's one of the best things that I use for quick weaves, and I love it. So if you guys have not noticed already, I decided to do something new in my Quickweave tutorials and have diagrams to make it easier for you guys to follow along. And I'm gluing my tracks about 1/4 of an inch away from each other. I'm doing them a little bit smaller than I did the last time just because a lot of people had questions on how to cover up those tracks on the side of your hair in the back. And I found that this is a great way to cover those tracks up, because when you do it, you don't want to do it too close together. You don't want to put too much bulk in your hair, but gluing them about 1/4 of an inch away from each other, keeping them nice and straight with that part that you made, it really helps it to look even more natural. I think that the way that I do it now looks more natural than what I did when I created this tutorial, created this quick weave about 2 years ago. So there's some upgrades in the way that I do this now, and I think I like it a lot better than I did before. So you want to definitely check as you're going along to make sure that your tracks are all even, and clean up any spots that you have missed or any glue that might have, gotten the wrong place. You want to clean it up as you go along, because once you start getting into it, you might not see it. And this definitely takes a lot of practice to get it nice and lined up perfectly straight with the parting. That's the good thing about having the protective serum on. It makes it easier for you to see what you're doing in the back. So I decided I'm also doing something a little bit different in using virgin hair doing my quick weaves. I wanted something that lasts a little bit longer than how I did it before. So I'm using some Peruvian Bodywave hair from VIP Beauty. They were kind enough to send me some hair a few weeks ago, and I'm currently testing it out. I have they sent me 4 bundles, a 20-inch, a 18-inch, a 14-inch, and a 16-inch, I believe, and I colored it already, and there will be a video coming up soon on how I colored my hair and everything, so stay tuned for that. But so far I like this VIP Beauty hair. It's soft, and at the time of me posting this video, I've had this hair in for about 2 weeks now, and I haven't really experienced any tangling or anything. I haven't experienced any shedding either, which is very odd. But yeah, I like it so far, but stay tuned for that update. So at this point, I'm figuring out where I want my closure to be. You want your closure to be somewhere in the back. You don't want it too far up. You don't want it in the middle, because it's not going to fall right. You want it somewhere where your hair naturally starts to curve at. That's like the best spot to put your closure. So you want to make sure when you're gluing your tracks in this J formation, you want to keep in mind where your closure is going to be, because you're going to be pretty much gluing around that part, making a nice little cushion for your closure to sit in. Some people like to use a little bit of white eye pencil to mark where their closure is, but since I've been doing this for a couple years now, I pretty much am used to, knowing where to put my closure. So you'll see me start to glue my tracks around the where I want my closure to be. And the hair that I'm gluing up at the top, I'm pretty much gluing them a little bit closer than I did in the back, just because I want to have it really full at the top. So I'm gluing it about a 1/4 of an inch, a little bit smaller than a 1/4 of an inch together, because I'm trying to fit in at least 3 bundles in my hair so it can swing and swang while I'm looking 50 Shades of Fierce out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm getting closer to where I want to put my invisible part. When you do your invisible part for your Quickweave, you want to leave about 1 inch of free space. You don't want the little tracks for your invisible part to be too small, because they have a tendency to fall out. So tracks that are about 1 inch or so wide are best. I don't really have to go into too much explanation now about this, because it's just a basic invisible parting. You want to pre-measure your tracks and glue them all close together. You really want it to be really lined up with your parting. You don't want to have any tracks slipping over or back, because once you comb your hair back or whatever, you're going to see those tracks. And I know for the older subscribers that seen my old tutorial, I used to glue my hair in a diagonal formation, just for some reason. I don't really remember why. You could still kind of see the tracks a little bit, but I found that just doing the regular invisible parting, it gave me the same result. So I just started doing it this way now, and it's much easier, and it looks much more natural than it did before. Now, this is the point where you want to pause the video and check out my other video in my Weave 101 series on how to make a closure for your Quickweave. I did not include it in this video for time purposes, but I'll leave the link down below as always, so you can check it out. I pretty much do it the exact same way. Even though that video was a little bit old, I haven't changed my technique in how I do my Quickweave closure. So once you've made it and you've placed it right where you want it to be, sometimes you'll have to zhuzh it around a little bit. You'll have to slightly twist it to make it look even more natural, because you want it to curve somewhere in the back of your hair. And the closure, the way that I do my closure, this also helps to conceal any extra tracks that might show. Even though you did the invisible part, this is added assurance that it will not show. So that is it. All I did, I didn't cut it at all I did was add a little bit of body wave curls to it, and that's it. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. I had so much fun recreating this video, and I definitely will do this style again on the channel. As always, if you have any comments or questions, leave it down below. I will talk to you girls later.